Hello, gamers. We are here to finish off the main content of the patch. Did our Occult Crescent stream, did our Fork Tower stream. Haven't gone into Extreme yet, but probably soon in the next few days. And today, we're gonna be finishing up all them reading quests. Now that I've got my relic done. See, now that gear looks so much better on a race with less broad shoulders. And the shoulders still do hover a little bit, but nowhere near as much as they did on me. Got a Femro and a gray cat girl. Those are rare sights around here. Anyway, so so I started this quest, but I only really did the first bit. Let's see, what did I want? What were we doing here? We're joint operation with the Terali Travel Agency. And go hang out with the other people of the continent. Now we get to destroy our throats by talking to the giants. Good thing I have plenty of liquid lubrication for my throat. Which I'm gonna have to replace, actually. I don't have as plenty as I thought after taking a big old swig. All right. Hello, sir. Okay. Oh, Genji, it is good to see you. Have you come to lend a hand again? No, I just came to give you this. It's like an invitation for like a party or something. A letter from the Terali Travel Agency. Let me see. Ah, yes. Genji, have you by any chance read this letter? No. I thought so. And I shall keep the surprise. I meant that it may come as a surprise that Liplu considers you her special advisor. No? Then I suppose there is no need for you to read the letter after all. Certainly not. In any case, I think I shall read the rest of the letter together with Yargir. In the meantime, you should go speak with Hiroko Tate. The spirits ask daily when you will come and play with them. They will be overjoyed to see you. Okay. We're gonna have a little bit of fan noise in the background. I went for a little walk before I started stream, so I am a little hotter than usual. It was nice enough, but towards the end of the walk, it got closer to noon, and it heated up dramatically, and the calming breeze that was around stopped. Look, Crafty One has come. Genji has come. Indeed he has. Here to play with the spirits, Genji? Your Gorchote's joy reflects my own. It is only an honor to meet with a hero of your pedigree. The hand can always use the aid of one such as you. No, I'm just here to deliver a message. My business with you is practically over. You're here to deliver a letter from the Turali travel agency. They become the talk of Tural as of late. And you say you're their special advisor. You do get around, don't you? Yet you have not read the letter yourself. Curious. Given the agency's purpose, perhaps they intend to cooperate with the Yakui to attract more sightseers to this place. If that were the case, surely they would have come themselves. I recall the concern is managed by the self-same siblings who oversaw the Alpaca Wool Bedding Emporium. And I know they prefer face-to-face business dealings. That being said, with the lion's share of the restoration work finished, many of the artisans are eager to start their next project. Such a proposal could provide that opportunity and breathe even more life into Urkopacha. We know not what business and project mean. Are you saying more little people like you will come? Well, it's too soon to say for certain. If that were the case, however, would you greet them happily? We would. More people means more friends to play with. Together we can remember all the friends who came before. Oh, I see even the spirits have taken to the Yakui way of thinking. Nothing could make me happier. If we play more, then more snow will fall, frost blooms will blossom, and everyone will smile. For half of her will smile too, yes? Most certainly. We knew it. Can we play now, crafty one? I don't think you can refuse, nor do you wish to. We have pressing matters to attend to ourselves, but it's simply is impossible to deny Ryoko Terte. To be honest, the two of us have been hard-pressed to keep up with the spirits during their games. With you on our side, perhaps the odds will even out. Less talking, more playing! I fucking run. That was so much fun. Thank you, crafty one. I'm positively drenched. But so long as Ryoko Terte is satisfied, I'm glad to risk a little frostbite. Well played, everyone. After all that, perhaps some time to warm up and rest would be well advised. Farafafa has surely read the letter by now, so why don't you return to shelter? Okay. Come back again, crafty one. We'll be waiting. I ain't going back here, you crazy. I hung out with the spirits. I can tell by the snow on your clothes that you indulge the spirits' playful whims. I hope you look forward to visiting us as much as we look forward to welcoming you. Now, I believe I have kept you waiting for long enough. You are curious about the letter, yes? Liplu wrote of her plans for the future. It sounds marvelous, so could you please tell her I would be honored to be a part of it? Unfortunately, I'm unable to share any more than that. Well, your curiosity must be eating away at you. Rest assured, everything will be made clear soon enough. Judging by what I read, it seems your next destination is Gorma in Mamuk. May your travels be swift. As for myself, preparations must be made for Liplu's endeavor. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Okay. Hello, Genji. It is good to see how we're getting along. Gorma is more prosperous than ever, I'm glad to say. Since joining the Turali Agricultural Association, we've gained more and more customers from outside Mamuk. We've even arranged a trial partnership from our crops to be used at the taco shop. When I went to Tuldiola to deliver them, I heard some relatives of mine were returning to Mamuk for a visit, and are eager to see what change has come to the city. Apparently, they're bringing along their younglings, and have arranged to have them ride on a branch bearer. A bird's eye view of the granary is sure to leave a positive impression. That's about what's new around here. How have things been with you, Genji? I got this note for you. Oh, a letter, you say? Oh, let me have a look. The Turali Travel Agency. I've heard people talk of it in the capital. Wait, you're their special advisor? You do have friends everywhere, don't you? What else is in this letter? Let's see. I think Angir should read this as well. While we're doing that, why don't you pay a visit to the kitchen? Jethro is there to help Boltase prepare a new dish. Gotalja should be around too. I think they'd be all glad to see you. Once you've read the letter, I'll meet you in the kitchen. Until then. Is that Genji? You've come just in time. Old Baltesti has been struck with inspiration and whipped us up a delicious new dish. Well, I've heard a few former Mamuk residents were returning from Tuldiola. I sensed an opportunity to use my cooking to show them how much their old home has changed, and the culinary wheels began to turn. And besides, while Tika Selvas has earned a reputation among visitors, we mustn't rest on our laurels as artisans. Ruvalja and the others poured their sweat and tears into the granary, and our revelations with the Jabal have at last started to improve. Chatro and the other hunters can visit without fear of menacing stares or harsh words. Mamuk has changed. The entirety of Yaktel has changed. For the better, of course, but not everyone knows this. And it's our job to spread the good tidings. According to Ruvalja, while our crops are proving popular among the outside these canopies, people are still wary to step foot within Yaktel. Mamuk has had a reputation as an inhospitable place for so long that many treat it as fact. Even I refused to believe it had changed until I saw it with my own eyes. But your food will get people thinking differently. They won't just hear how to change, they'll taste it. I would gladly volunteer for any flavor testing you might need. I would have you sample my work as well. My newest creation is called Muxtel, meaning false radiance in our tongue. I've deep fried the shining najul peels and placed them atop a hearty soup. Sounds good. Soup. Apologies for the wait. I must say, your friend Liplu certainly has some interesting ideas. After discussing it with Angir, we've decided to help bring them to fruition. We'd like to begin preparations at once, but wanted to first confirm that the event is being held at Urkopacha. Oh, you don't know? But if you aren't there, then... Ravalja, perhaps we'd better leave this matter be for now. For the time being, could you tell Liplu that we will happily take part in her plan? I hope we'll be seeing you again soon, Genji. I could talk cooking with you until the sun sets and rises again. I can barely believe the stories of the meals you've eaten. Please, you have to tell us more about the world's food next time. As for what I was saying before, we'll handle it ourselves. Give Liplu our regards, Genji. I'm getting surprised. You've returned at last. So, how was everyone? Did they ever have positive things to say about my letter? Oh yes. They're all very happy to be included in this plan. They did? Well, that's a huge relief. And not that I doubted you for a moment, but their readiness to agree to my proposal shows me just how hard you've worked for their benefit. There was something else I was curious about. How have your friends been faring since becoming established? Well, I hope. That is good to hear. They've reached a milestone with your help, but have the wherewithal to forge a future with their own hands. Much like we're doing here. The news is heartening indeed. And now that everything is settled, the true work begins. Oh, hell yeah, drip. Allow me to thank you for delivering those letters, Genji. I'll offer my apologies for sending you hither and thither for such a minor task. No doubt your feet ache and your back cries out for respite. I've had longer treks. As expected from an inventor of your caliber, you are positively indefatigable. Still, you did walk quite the distance, so I encourage you to take some time off to rest at our guest lodgings. Come to think of it, despite all the trials and tribulations you've endured for our sake, I don't believe you've had the chance to stay with us. So how about it? Good, good. I anticipated you might agree to my suggestion. So, your chambers are being prepared as we speak. Once they're ready, I'll have Genuhano let you know. Shouldn't be long, but please make yourself at home in the meantime. Stand at the sparkly air nearby and wait. No? Oh, is that Genji, is it? Oh, it's this guy from the MSQ. I thought so. It's been so long. I'm not sure if you remember me. It's that wasn't names. Fonjantain of the Potsfort. It is a pleasure to happy greet you here in all places. Have you come for crafty tasks? No, I'm just relaxing, waiting for whatever's going on to happen. You're lodging here. Good for you. You always seem so busy. It's heartening to know you have some time to recuperate. We are here on a delivery. Fonjantain's crafty goods have proven very popular as of late. Fortunately for me, customers have even made the journey all the way to Earthenshire to purchase them. I feel blessed that anyone would go so much trouble for my work. You've played no small part in guiding me upon this path, Genji, and for that I thank you. Slowly but surely, I have overcome the impulse to compare myself to others. Become content simply to know my crafts bring joy to so many. The seeds of that change were planted the day I met you and Wuklamat. And every day since then, I have become more certain that coming to Taral was the right choice. But you cannot let success make you lazy. The life of an artisan is one of constant improvement. When you are inspired with new ideas, quick tell it, ready rock at once. And that way you will always have what you need for your crafty work. Since our business here is finished, it's about time we return to Earthenshire. Rest well, Genji. May we meet again. Sup, bird? A most hearty welcome to our special advisor. If you're ready to see your room, allow me to guide you. I must admit, attending to one such as you is quite the emotional experience. We owe you so much, and we aren't the only ones. We recently had a customer visit from distant Alexandria. Apparently, they had taken part in some kind of martial competition there, and they told us all about the various troubles you had recently befallen their nation. It was you and your companions that saw them through those dark times. When I heard that our special advisor was risking life and limb for the sake of others, I was worried, but also in awe. You fry freely, nobly as the Kishaiji, and the least we can do is offer you a place of respite from your trials. It is an honor, in fact. But there I go rambling again. Please allow me to show you to your room. You actually get to see what the room inside this place looks like. This is not a room! Oh, okay, that is. Please make yourself at home. If there's anything you need, anything at all, you need only ask. Oh, but before I go, Liblu said that Wakesa wished to speak with you if you have a moment. Could you visit the eatery later? Until then, please enjoy your stay. Alright. Well, this is a surprise. Coming to visit old friends, Genji. Who the fuck are you? Nah, man, sorry, I don't remember this man at all. I suppose a traveler of such renown can't expect to remember every person he meets. I'm Sia of the Wing of Reflection, your companion in raging Rasafat's truly unforgettable experience. I take it you've finally come around, found time to relax. I've become quite fond of this place myself, and since my first tour I've arranged several more devoted entirely to fishing. And since fate has brought us together again, there's something I wanted to tell you ever since our last meeting. Surely you've noticed the effect of your actions you've had on Taral. Long-standing issues that once gripped the nation have now seem manageable. A change set in motion more than 80 years ago when Galul Jaja stemmed the efforts conflicts plaguing the continent and founded Tuliola. His lands guard made the roads safe, and people could move more freely than ever before. And when the Pelu Pelu given, the mercantile reigns, wares and all sorts flowed across Taral. But even so, its various peoples remained in their ancestral lands, following their established customs. Capital remained fundamentally separate. However, Galul Jaja had no intention of changing that. He understood that it would take time for a single nation of Taral to coalesce, and entrusted the next generation to see it realized. With the succession of the new Dawn servants, the new generation has come, and the Tirali Travel Agency is one of but many enterprises reshaping our home. I hear you aided some few of them, in fact. People will have more chances to explore unfamiliar lands, more chances for mutual exchange. And as we come to better know our neighbors, we will learn to come together as a nation, step forth into a brighter future. Hadn't really given it that much thought. I see. You're only doing what comes naturally, lending a helping hand to those in need. To think actions that come so naturally to you would help revitalize a whole nation and the people who live within it. Such selfishness is truly moving. I'm grateful for your journey across Taral, for lending your strength to those you met. The Wing of Reflection shall do its utmost to ride those favorable winds as far as we can. Now, I believe I've taken up enough of your time, Genji. Rest well. Who knows if that guy's from Shok Taral or Yok Taral? I just assume he's from the north. So I gave them their southern accents they have up there. Time passes. that guy wanted to talk to me. I also get to give him a southern accent too, because he definitely probably has it. He's got like the here name from the north. Greetings, Genji. I hope you're able to take your mind off things for a bit. Your face says it all. Here, cooked you a little something up for you. I put my heart and soul into it, so you best hurry to your destination before it gets cold. You didn't expect to be sent off so soon, did you? Luplu's wait and read at the Penakpelu retreat in Urkopacha. Some hot springs run by another Pelu, as I understand. But one thing before you go, I'll just come out and say it. Back when with the third promise and all that kidnapping and whatnot, things weren't looking good too bright after we ran into you. Of course, you were only doing right by your allies. We never taken such a beating as you gave, nor been hounded so relentlessly afterwards. We were scared to death. When I saw you again, I was certain my final day had come. But instead, my days have been full making food I love and watching customers enjoy it. My old crew and I are even earning an honest wage. Not bad for a bunch of former ne'er-do-wells. Not bad at all. Our past crimes forgiven and our apologies taken at face value, all by the grace of you and Liplu. We owe you both a debt of gratitude we can never repay. Still, maybe this meal will go in some small way towards evening the scales. Best be off now to Urkopacha, Genji. Yeah. Yeah, that place. It's a place I have not returned to since I did those one quests about the Mamuljak Hawk dance that we never got to see. Hey gang, what's going on? There you are, Genji. We've been waiting for you. Did you bring the food Wakesa made? Making it a hard idea to resist. Good, good. Thank you for carrying it all this way. Now, shall we begin? On behalf of all those who work towards the betterment of Yogg-Taro, I'd like to welcome the guest of honor, you! Terribly sorry for keeping everything so secretive. I worried you might shy away from attending this party if you knew what we were about. I've had a feeling something was going on. Originally, we'd planned to hold this event at the travel agency, but as we heard more and more about your exploits around Tural, we began to envision something greater. An event that would bring together everyone you'd helped. We'd been wanting to thank you for everything you've done, so Liplu's invitation provided the perfect opportunity. Bolche made almost too much food for us to carry. We brought Kirkarharjar, the snow spirit's favorite libation. among other traditional Yakui fare. I hope everyone eats and drinks their fill. Yoko Tote and the other spirits even express interest in coming. Perhaps their whims will guide them here at some point. Look around you, Genji. All these people from across Toral are here because of you, to show their gratitude to a dear friend. Even so, a small matter weighs heavily on the hearts of all present. You see, while you are a highly valued contributor to our project, we scarcely knew anything about you. Admittedly, the challenges we faced left us with little time for leisure. But even so, people speak of your exploits in Tuliolo quite often, and with each new story, I learn more and more of who you are. It made me realize how little we actually know of your life, and that made me feel somewhat sad. More than just an advisor, helper, or artisan, I'd like to know you as a person. We all feel that way, you can be sure. So if it isn't too much trouble, we'd like you to tell us about both your life within Toral and without. But before that, why don't you change it to something less dusty from travel? This is the party after all, we'd like you to relax. Battle will not be required. Well, I'm not in a sanctuary, so I can't exactly change. Yeah, I can't. Fine, just give me a minute, and I'll be right back. Let's go to settlement. Does this count? Probably not. Yeah, I don't think so. Go put on the final Genji gear. Put away our sword. Lift up the old visor. Suppose it would be accurate for Arc Complete Genji to show up to chill. Are you wearing that to the party? Yeah. Very well. Now, bring out the food and drink. Alright, I think I can turn off the fan now. I've cooled down. Yakui just hold them with their fingers. No, you don't want to go in the hot spring. You will die. It's that fucking bird that we hate. killed that bird. What a grand time that was. Were you able to forget your worries, if even for a moment? Would that I had more time. I'm sure everyone here shares that sentiment. You throw yourself into one battle after another, don't you? I doubt any of us could keep up if our lives depended on it. Surely no one would begrudge you for a little rest and recuperation from time to time. Now I'm sure others would like to speak with the guest of honor. Why don't you indulge them? It's been a pleasure listening to your many fantastic tales, Genji. But even hearing your stories, I have trouble imagining them. One day I hope to see those space carrots with my own eyes. Your journey gives us the motivation we need to make the granary even better. You might even hear talk of Gok Golma at wherever far-flung locale your next adventure takes you. I don't think it'll be on the next adventure. And with outside orders increasing by the day, maybe it's time to dream bigger. Be more ambitious. We'll make the people of Mamuk proud. I forgot to mention, for half of her, Engir and I came up with an interesting idea. We want to see what Liplut thinks, and we hope you'll stick around to hear her thoughts. I can't imagine the last time I stopped worrying about my duties and simply lived for the moment. Not since Dartagar's passing, I think. Yet when I saw Ryoto Tortes' joy writ so plain on its face, I realized anew how all the work was worth it. With Zergote the open arms now restored, the time has come to look towards the future, to take its precious opportunity to decide how we wish to live our lives. Oh, I can only hope that means more business opportunities for us. I shall leave the counting of coin to Master Nobly. Yet, if you require protection for any reason, I'm always willing to lend my arm. I am glad for the offer. Speaking of which, we had a proposal with our own to share with Liplu before departing. I am glad that I had the chance to speak with you, Genji, as well as everyone else gathered here. Out of curiosity. Okay, I do have currency, just in case I get new stock to buy. At the risk of repeating myself, I'd like to thank you again for coming here, Genji. But that hardly begins to scratch the surface, doesn't it? For the time you've given us and for the help you've offered, I owe you a debt that I'm not likely to repay anytime soon. We wouldn't have come nearly as far without you, that's for sure. And now, in bringing us all together like this, You've given us the opportunities for new endeavors. After a bit of discussion, we've come to realize our goals align almost perfectly. Yes, I want people to know that life in Warlord's Echo has changed. That the snow spirits are no longer feared but embraced. And that together we wish to shed the settlement's reputation as an isolated mountain community. We all share similar goals. We would like the various peoples of Tyrol to remember each other not as strangers with esoteric customs, but as trusted neighbors. To that end, we have a proposal for you, Liplu. Might we partner with the Turali Travel Agency? We would like travelers from across the continent to see our respective homes as they grow, as they are now. That sounds like a wonderful plan. Genji, as our special advisor, what are your thoughts? I think your inner abacus has already given you the answer. Yes, in fact, my inner abacus has been clacking away furiously. Of course, I'm always looking for new opportunities for expansion. But believe me when I say celebrating you has been my top priority from the start. While we Pelu use commerce to build bridges between peoples, you bring them together through high adventure. How many others could say the same? Now, while I regret to say it, I suppose this little gathering must draw to a close. Don't be a stranger around Gokul, Genji. Come check on Rio Darte as the other spirits too. We will make a special batch of Kirkirakyar just for you. Surely you've already thinking of your next escapade, yes? Well, let's give you a hero's farewell. May we meet again soon, Genji, and may the road ahead of you be laden with good fortune. Trade wins tunic. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. Allied. Now let's see. The navigate emote. Now, how does this all look? Ooh, nice pants. A single die channel? Nani? What the heck? Ugh. Gross. I mean, it's a nice set, but, very odd. It's only one channel. How blind am I? navigate. Alright. Alright, that's that done. Fan needs to come back on, because it's getting warm again. And before we do Hildebrand, I need more drink. So excuse me for just a moment. Okay. It's time to get stupid. It's time to ruin my throat, voicing hard-boiled. Detecting a lead. Ah, that's right. He kicked these two off the case, so they're just gonna be tailing him like fucking dummies. Genji, eager to get back to work, I see. I reconstructed the remaining files, but found no more records of monster-fied criminals. So I reckon we're cleared on that front. What the last of the data did contain, though, was plans for repairing some kind of fancy schmancy duplication device. Said it was discovered aboard a flying vessel of unknown origin. The description of which was pretty damn well matches that the new shiny disc our imbecile inspector crash-landed over near Yuiwada. So now I'm wondering, what's a gadget on a ship like that supposed to duplicate? It duplicates Hildebrand's. But pretty much anything. Anything. Even people? Oh, that ain't good. See, the files mention 3 critical materials: electrope, ceruleum, and meteorites. All the things those crooks were stealing. Sound familiar? That's the stuff our fugitives already nicked. They got what they needed to fix the device, and I'm sweating bullets imagining what they mean to do with it. Problem is, we've squeezed those salvaged files dry for every last juicy lead. Can't even begin to guess where Kashyaki and the Carnelian might be holed up now. For all we know, they've already moved to the next step of their diabolical scheme. It's time we pumped a new source of information. I know just the nosy bugger that'll do. Let's pay a visit to Mymond. It's like Wyman, but with an M. It's the Oglop. You two look so stupid. Hey, Nashi looks alright. You may recall my mere presence seemed to anger the detective when last our paths crossed. So we've taken disguising ourselves as ordinary citizens. Our independent investigation otherwise continues unabated. Nashu has, in fact, identified a new potential avenue of inquiry. I've noticed there was an Oglop that never strays far from Detective Hardyboyle's side. Oh, I accidentally advanced. And I suspect this persistent insect is much more than it appears. Yeah, it seems a little suspicious. We could be dealing with another creature possessed of a transferred criminal soul. Perhaps it's been sent to spy on the detective. But it doesn't feel like spying. More like it's watching over him. Whatever the Oglop's intentions, we must continue to surveil this ever-present surveyor. Surveiller. It may prove critical to cracking the case. Red-faced comprehended. Guys, you are in view. You can see it in the Oglop's beady eyes, the intensity that surely marks it as a dedicated spy. Seeing how concerned the Oglop is for the detective makes me feel all warm inside. See, like, you're more. So we have the Oglop spying on him, and they're spying on it, and he's spying on her. The 3 levels of stupid. I'm worrying Kaskiahi's already hatched his master plan, but let's not mourn our own chickens before we've heard what Mymond has to say. Back again? What can I do for you this time? Got an odd question for you. You heard of some bullshit? A device that can duplicate anything, eh? In the wrong hands, that could lead to all kinds of mischief. I haven't heard a peep about alien gadgets, but there was something else that might interest you. Rumor has it that some half-dead bloke dressed in a lab as a lab worker was rescued out in Heritage Found. You reckon that could be our villain Keskiahi? Could be. You'd have a chance to talk to Cersine. You'd have to talk to Cersine, the hunter who found the poor bugger. Apparently, he brought him back to his home in the outskirts. If this half-dead lab rat is who we think it is, I wonder if Carnelian must have. Thanks for the tip, Mymond. Well, partner, looks like we're headed to the outskirts. Let's find this Cersine fella. And we shall follow wheresoever the Oglop leads us. It had to show him following. Oh, and you do know the detective's older twin is stalking you, right? If he's trying to stay out of sight, he's doing a terrible job at it. Yes. Yes, I know. What chicanery is that insect plotting? Mayhap it has designs upon the detective's beloved eggs. Did you see that darling little buggy behind? It's so round and shiny. Bro, you gotta stop touching these things. You know what happens every time. This is the hunter we're looking for. Now see what he knows about this injured house guest. Ah, of course. I'd be happy to share the tale. I was culling monsters out on the fringes of Everkeep when an air-wheeler wobbling through the skies caught my attention. So erratic was its flight path that I half expected it to crash into the ground, which it did not far from where I was standing. I ran over to see a man crawl free from the wreckage and collapse, his mask and gloves marking him as a lab technician of some kind. Though the air-wheeler hadn't exploded or burst into flames, he looked terribly burned. I was able to rush him home and administer treatment before he succumbed to his injuries, but the potent medicines had put him into a deep slumber, so I'm afraid he is in no state to answer questions. As for his name, I found an identification card tucked into one of his pockets. Assuming it belonged to him, this man is Keshkahi, a researcher from a local facility. That figures. And those burns. Knowing Carnelian's preference for fire magics. For fire magics, I'd wager a dozen hard-boiled eggs that he's to blame. The Mook, dubbed the Crime King, is not the type to play a local henchman for long. Probably turned on his boss and took over the whole operation. We'll have to wait until Keskahi wakes up to get the whole story. But in the meantime, I'd rather be doing something useful. I say we head outside and consider our options. Appreciate you sharing, Cersine. Keskahi is a criminal involved in the case we're investigating, so we'll be imposing you on your hospitality again soon. A criminal, you say? Well, he won't be committing any crimes in his condition. I'll be sure to get word to you once he's fit enough for you to interrogate. Is he just around here? Must be in a back room. Who does Lala feller? Just a guy. Does the Oglop stalk its prey with intent to pilfer a hard-boiled prize? So sweet how the Oglop has eyes for nothing but its friend. I doubt Carnelian would have humored his boss for so long unless he had an endgame in mind. And considering his betrayal came just as they'd acquired everything they needed to fix the duplication gadget. Do I really need to finish his sentence? He was probably after the device the whole time. That's what I'm thinking, but assuming we're right, what does he mean to use it for? Well, we can work on answering that question while Keskyahi is still in the dreamland. There's an old pal of Carnelian's who might have an insight or two. He's part of his gang back in the day, but he insists she's on the straight and narrow now, working as a fortune teller in the shop in Solution 9. Sarala, the girl in the front desk that handles all her appointments. Quickly, quickly, let's not lose sight of the Oglop. And I'm back to... It's like right across from where you live, Hardyboil. Where has that four-legged sculptor scurried off to? It seems so cute to see your crop fits in the palm of your hand. Is the shop I was telling you about. Sarala Octaway was in through, though. This establishment caters to lost souls seeking their true path. Due to high demand, however, I'm afraid we're completely booked for the coming months. We're not interested in your dubious divinations. Just tell old Keisha that Hardyboil's here to see her. Very well. One moment, please. Oh, it's an old woman. What do you want, hardhead? I've paid my debt to society. You're interfering with the legitimate business of an upstanding citizen. Pfft, says the woman who was Carnelian's most prized sorceress charlatan. I'd wager the only fortune we found here is the one you're making off gullible marks. Don't you dare lump me in with that double-crossing snake. It was his fault I went to prison. I've been done with the underworld ever since. My establishment is entirely above board. Alright, don't get your robes in a twist. It's Carnelian I want to ask about anyhow. I'll spare you the whole messy story, so let's get down to brass tacks. Imagine there's a gizmo that can replicate any person or object in the world. What do you reckon a no-good crook like Carnelian would do if he got his hands on something like that? What kind of addle-brained? How should I know? The only thing Carnelian ever wanted was power. And no matter how much he got, it was never enough. Seems his ancestor, the one called the Lich, created the ultimate spell, and it eats him up that he's never had the arcane strength to cast it. An ancestral spell he hasn't got the juice for, huh? But how would a duplication gizmo help him with that? Not my area of expertise. Though I suppose you could search the public database and read up on the Lich if you're so inclined. Fair enough. We'll try our luck with the terminals and the Commerce Center. Much obliged, Keisha. It spared me the everybody leaving moment. I need a sip. Hardyboil's voice hurts my throat. So that's how that works. Whoop. I'll be a wee bit honey, be lovely, I'll be one and only champion. Oh, you're all so stupid. I am a topiary of inquiry, the decorative foliage extraordinaire. Oh, I'm a shrubbery. These terminals are connected to Alexandria's public database, so you can use them to learn all sorts of neat stuff. I'll see what I can dig up on this Lich character. Meanwhile, you could look into what makes clots so special. Keskiahi's other flunkies didn't get the choice of monster, but when it came to Carnelian, it seems the Crime King specifically requested the clot as a vessel for his soul. I figured he was keen on their powers of mimicry, but now I'm wondering if there was something more. Anyway, see what you can find. The Say Chat. The Say Chat. Clots. These amorphous organisms inhabit dense jungle environments and demonstrate the extraordinary capability for physical mimicry. When threatened, the clock will either mirror the threat itself or adapt a more intimidating form. Clots can also fuse with others of their species, and there are recorded cases of multiple clots merging into a single gigantic entity possessed of immense magical power. So he's gonna make a bunch of them turn into him and then fuse together to be able to cast his big spell. Well, no surprise, this is from the bloodline that produced a maniac like Carnelian. Turns out this Lich guy was a real piece of work. The entry I read said he used sorcery to raise and bind the dead to his will, and created an unstoppable spell that would immediately snuff out all the life of any target. Oh, and that he could use necromancy to turn himself into a living corpse. This allowed him to keep amassing dark powers over a period far beyond a normal person's lifespan, which is the thing that earned him the Lich moniker. Too many years of nefarious undeading though, and the people came together to off him permanently. You know, Norshu, my assistant, was killed by a spell I'd never seen before. I reckon Carnelian took a page from his ancestor's book of necromancy to animate those poor bastards at Kennyloka Corpus. Norshu, as in Noir, Nashu. How'd your research go, by the way? Learn anything useful? So multiple clots can merge together to make a humongous blob that wields all their magical power combined. That explains everything. Carnelian means to create a bunch of Crime King copies and fuse into one big murderous mook. Well, you and me are gonna wreck those plans and avenge Norshu's death once and for all. He might be able to help us. He just turns over to look at him. Yeah, I see him hanging around like a bad smell, but when it comes to exacting vengeance, that well-meaning dope will only get in the way. And besides, Carnelian is more dangerous than he's ever been. I won't give him a chance to hurt anyone else. Why are you so bullheaded about me being pals with the Inspector, anyway? You make a good team. Good cop, bad cop. Me and the soft-boiled gentleman? Give me a break. Still, there's always been something weirdly familiar about that guy. Yeah, what you got? Uh-huh. Alright. Be there soon. That was Cersei telling me to come over. Guess he's woken up.
I've been thinking, Genji, what if the Oglop we keep seeing is actually Norshu? When the detective was talking about his assistant, I swear the insect had the saddest look on its face.
Come now, Norshu. You heard as well as I did that she perished by Carnelian's hand.
But what if instead of dying, her soul was shunted into the Oglop body in the same way the fugitives were stuffed into fiendish forms?
I suppose it's possible.
Norshu does have an uncanny sense for such things. Mayhap we should not dismiss the idea out of hand. Were we to explore the possibility, we might begin by chatting with the researcher zombie with whom my gentle dead man acquaintance befriended. Pray continue your investigation alongside Detective Hardyboiled, and we shall contact you the moment we earn aught of substance.
You're late, Chief. Got lost on the way, or what? This case is promising an explosive end. I'd hate for you to miss it. Clotted crime. Right. Let's head inside to hear what Keshgahi's got to say for himself. Well, Mastermind, what happened to you?
The duplication device was restored. I had all but required to build my genius army. But mere moments before I began to replicate my brilliant self en masse, that damnable cur burned the hand that freed him. Seared as I was by Carnelian sorcery, it was a miracle I managed to escape it all. But of my ambitions, naught survives but smoke and ashes. I want you to make him pay! You'll find the device hidden in a lab on the lowest level of Kenneloka Corpus. If Carnelian's aim is mass self-replication, then that is where he must be. It will take him time for the alien technology to do its work.
Trying to tame a vicious breed like the Crime King was a gamble, and you lost. But lucky for you, I was planning to bring him down anyway. Looks like I called things how they played out, more or less. Didn't twig that Carnelian would hole up in the lab right beneath our noses, though. Hand this sorry sod over to the authorities as soon as he's able to walk. Might put up a fight, but I doubt it'll be much of a challenge for a strapping hunter like yourself. He's welcome to try, don't worry. I'll be sure to see him into custody.
We know where Carnelian is now. I'm ready to charge in, guns blazing, but first I want to pay my respects to Norshu's grave. While burying the dead isn't a custom in Alexandria, Norshu and I were never comfortable with that whole regulator deal. I'd be damned if I was gonna forget, and putting her to rest was my way of honoring her memory. Night Stallion's been in the shop, so I'll head over and pick him up. Go ahead to the name slates and I'll meet you there. Bit of an odd choice to go to the grave right now, and I figured you'd want to do it after you brought Carnelian in, but, you know, whatever. Player spotted. A solo instance. You know, I was just thinking to myself, I wonder if there's gonna be any fighting in this. Because I suspected ever since the end of last Hildebrand that there might be a secret trial at the end. Because that room that Carnelian's in does seem vaguely arena-shaped. And we'll keep holding on to that prediction. But it might just be a solo instance. Mymond. Surprise! It's me again. Got a letter here for you from the detective. I'm holding a paper. Right, that's my business done. Time to go and pry into someone else's. Sorry for the change of plans, Genji, but I need to handle Carnelian alone. You've helped me out time and time again, but I ain't letting you risk your life for my personal vendetta. I'll put the Crime King in the ground where he belongs. You just sit tight and wait for the good news. Bitch, I can teleport. Genji, hey, Genji! We've learned the most astonishing fact. The new researcher recruit of our gentle dead friend here spoke of a lady he had seen in the lowest level of Caniloka Corpus. A lady who could very well be Noashu. She lies unmoving, within a capsule of some kind, looking as if she might be but dreams in a peaceful slumber. When we made at once for Circene's house to demand the truth from Kashgahi, the villain soon folded beneath my expert interrogation and admitted to transferring Noashu's soul from a captive vessel into an Oglop shell. Where is Detective Hardyboiled, by the way? I want so badly to let him know his assistant is alive and well. Well, mostly. Well, he's kind of doing he's doing a vengeance right now. Seeking vengeance on his own, you say? This calls for the utmost haste. Go, Hildy, go. Wait for me, Inspector. We should shamble along as well. Meanwhile, in the depths of the Canaloca Corpus, thousands of miles away. That's a sickening sight. One blood-stained crime king is already too much. I don't recall sending you an invitation, Hardy-boiled. But no matter. I'm afforded the chance to test my newfound strength. Ugh. The dames might have called you a handsome once, but you might want to check a mirror. I can feel it surging through me, the nigh unlimited power. Behold, the majestic form of the Lich. Let us begin with a demonstration of my ancestors' dominion over the undead. Great, this keeps getting creepier. I'm gonna be a Hardy-boiled. Alright. The special dodge action. Just molting python. Yeah, this is just the 16 dodge mechanic. But I'm glad they're tutorializing it. Better than most they do in this game. Alright, so what we got? All enemies in a straight line. Shoot hard, shoot harder, smoking gun. Lighting up will grant the fission chamber. Pulp fission. There's the dodge, thick skin. Eat egg. The short goodbye. Save for on your target the hardest of hard-boiled limit breaks. Okay. I think it resets to this. This animation. Hey, there's a little secret. All right. going to be the one hitting his final rest in the grave next to your assistant. Nah, I'll take you down with me, punk. One-way ticket to hell. Probably these new animations. Now you will learn true horror. Damned servants, I bid you arise. For the love of just let him stay dead, cruel bastard. Ah, how rude of me. I have raised an horseshoe as well. Good one, wise guy. Let's see you smile when I knock out all those rotten teeth. Do your worst. You can't even best these shambling puppets. Rise again, my thralls, I command you! This is getting old real fast. Unliving minions, tear that man apart! Let us remember to always comport ourselves in a gentlemanly manner, everyone. What just happened? Forcing our zombie brethren to act against their will is simply unconscionable. Whilst I do not condone violence, the situation appears beyond a peaceful resolution. Allow me to assist. A soft-boiled savior in hell. Thanks, pal. You dare interfere, I'll kill you both! He's just standing there, menacingly. Fear not, detective. I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, am able to help you win the day. I'm here to help you win the day. What can a fool like you hope to accomplish? Right, well, I'm counting on you, buddy. Violence is not the answer. Okay. Ha ha ha! I am untouchable! My bones are tingling. I am your doom. There is no escaping from this one. My, what a robust fragrance. get you with the dolt. That whole dolt fall in the face. How is he still standing? You irritating worms! But I have more magic at my disposal. Something wrong, Crime King? I think your crown's starting to slip. Make your clever quips while you can. Let us settle this like gentlemen. I sense the coming peril. Kneel before my arcane majesty. You think that's all it takes to break us? Ha! I have you now! Can't give a good guy again. Down. Try again, bozo. Damn you! Then how about this? I shan't be caught off guard this time. Wasting your time. My shell's too hard for you to crack. Graceful even in flight. If that's how it must be, I shall hold back nothing. Nuts. That's a lot of metal looks. So many murder machines all in a row. But I just have the answer for that. Detective, remember my electrifying handstand? Now that's just a swell idea. Keep it coming. What new idiocy is this? Curse you! More! I must have more! Our strength is not yet spent. What? No more wisecracks? Someone's feeling a pinch. That all you got? Ooh, I'm feeling a touch dizzy. My entire stock of armaments destroyed. Who is this foppus imbecile? I will not allow you to ruin my moment of triumph. What was that? I'll feel that in the morning. Die! Damn, he's getting fried. Inconceivable! No mortal can withstand such power! Violence is not the answer. He's had one tough egg. I reckon we could use that ether. Hildebrand, give me all the juice you got. Of course, detective, our moment has come. And we're here too. This one's for Norshu. Hold your fire, detective. Your assistant is alive. What did you say? I warned you about being soft hardy-boiled. Will you ever learn? I wanted to save such an exquisite magecraft for more fitting victims. But now you clods will witness the ultimate spell firsthand. With unholy power drawn from the darkest abyss, I shall sever soul from corporeal anchor. Death! Inspector! Hildebrand. It quite literally does sever soul from body. Oh, I've died. How unmandavillian of me. Bah! I've slain the dolt instead. Though I'm glad to get rid of that most bothersome gnat. Is that Hildebrand's ghost? Oh, such bittersweet sorrow! A soul should dissipate soon after leaving the flesh, but lo, a resilient zombie overlord endures in spectral form. Hello? This battle isn't over! Even with your combined entourage of fools, you cannot contest our power combined. Jesus Christ. Master Zombie Brand's spiritual essence has merged with Master Hardyboyled's physical form. It's brilliant. It's blinding. It's a pure gold soul. This changes nothing. Hardy-boiled! It cannot be! Hardy-boiled's not here right now. You can call us hilly boiled, and your goose is cooked. My dear fellow. No evil can stand against the giant golden Mandeville man! Suplex! Yes, you've learned the truth of it. Your precious Norshoe never really died. Keshkahi needed a subject for his soul transference experiments, and the task of procuring the victim fell to me. Your name, Hardy Boiled, was the top of my hit list. I drew upon ancestral sorcery to cast you into a death-like state. Sleep. For ease of delivery, you understand. But then your meddling assistant threw herself into the spell's path, and I was forced to settle for her instead. I had to dig up Norshu's corpse following the burial, then proffer her to Keshkahi in place of your sorry hide. So it was that her soul ended up in that insect vessel. You bastard! You did that knowing how much I hate Oglops. Now, let us remain civilized. The process is entirely reversible. Hildebrand, you are ascending. Oh dear, my apologies, but I feel the draw of an irresistible force. Oh, that's right. Master Zombiebrand has died, and his untethered soul comes the call. See you on the other side, my friends. Don't leave me behind, Inspector! Look, his body's still breathing. We gotta drag that soft-boiled soul back. I smoked that simpleton with enough ultimate death magic to kill him 10 times over. There is no coming back. And yet, there he is. Must I do the dance? I think we all know it would come to this, but still. Come. We must perform the activity. Whoa, hey now, don't tell me you've gone and cracked. Oh, I say! Thanks to that stirring performance by my adventuring associate, I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have returned to life and am back on the case. But you can't! That's not possible! Toughest guy I ever saw. Now, what was that about fixing Norshu? You can really get her back to normal. Your assistant's recumbent form is being held within this very facility. We need only extract her soul from the Oglup and reunite it with her original body. I had Keskar here provide me with a step-by-step procedure for operating the transference apparatus. It should pose no great difficulty to restore Mr. Snorshoe to ourselves. He's still like that. Rest of us should wait at the entrance then. Hack shit. The Inspector is unstoppable. Even the ultimate death magic failed to slay him. Never mind those other fiends. That dolt was the true monster. You know what? It stinks in here. Let's head outside. Detective Hardy-Boiled. Oh, she's a here. Okay. Hey, dollface. You looking well. Hi, I'm Norshu. Thank you ever so much for putting me back in my own body. Yeah, no problem. The resemblance to Norshu is, as you say, uncanny. Right. Like peas in a pod, I tell ya. Right. I've had my fill of musty old labs. Time to blow this joint. who said you could ride the stallion? Surely, once fused fellows such as ourselves are above cursory formalities such as asking for permission. Whoa! Watch the lightning! The chassis can't take a direct hit! Oh my god. Wait for me, Inspector! He always does this. Gosh, that looked dangerous. He'll be fine. It's my night stallion I'm worried about. I just had him repaired. How did I lose to such idiots? Am I dreaming? Surely this is a nightmare. I'll deliver Mr. Lots-a-Clots here to the Tin Men. You can head back with Norshu in my place to Solution 9. And I shall re-enter the facility to recruit more from the remaining zombies. I bid you gentle people good day. Behind that rubbish receptacle is where I would hide and keep watch over the detective. It was surprisingly fun living as an Oglop, but boy, I'm glad to be back in my own body. That makes two of us. Couldn't imagine having one of those creepers as an assistant. I went and handed Carnelian over to the authorities. They'll restore him and all his monstrous pals to their original mook selves. Toss him in the slammer. In other words, that's all she wrote in the case of the fiendish fugitives. You're a handy fella to have around, Genji. As thanks for sticking with me through thick and thin, I made your replica a Night Stallion. Doesn't have the same customizations, but it still runs pretty fast. Use this key whenever you're ready to ride. I have a gift for you too, of sorts. I made lots of friends while I was oglopped, and one of the little fellows has big dreams of traveling the world. Take him along on your adventures. He'll be fantastic company. My own Oglop buddy! Look at you embracing danger. I told you those tiny devils are harbingers of death and disease. Oh, they're no such thing. Oglops are harmless, not to mention cute as a chitinous button. Right. Well, it's your funeral. Keep it where you can see it, or stow it away in your pack. Speaking of companions, I wonder where that gentleman Fop and Nashu disappeared to. Not that I'm worried or anything, but I owe him a tip of the hat at the very least. Anyhow, Nashu and I are gonna get back to running our detective agency here in Solution 9. Hopefully we'll cross paths again on some other case. Our time together in the great alleyway of life was brief but golden, like the richest, yellowest of yolk. See you around, Genji. Now exchange energy for a new orchestrion roll, which is going to be the FF9 boss theme. His trail had evaporated like mist in the neon haze. The city carried on, uncaring. I fell into familiar humdrum rhythm, my world gone curiously quiet. There was a gnawing absence of irritating yet endearing whimsy, but that's life, ain't it? No such thing as a perfect egg. Let me leave you with a few words of wisdom. If it ain't tough, it ain't boiled enough, but sometimes a man needs to be gentle. Who are you talking to, Detective? See ya, Detective. Hildebrand will return. Egg. Gently does it. No possible showing where he might go. Alright, like Back to the Future fucking Hildebrand. Surely it's just your imagination. Yeah, let's go grab that thing from the gold saucer and call it there. Just give me a title or anything. Nope. Yep, Battle 2. Any new cards? Nope. Well, okay. That is the end of Hildebrand for Dawntrail. Pretty good. very much like Tardy Boiled. Very. I liked the good cop, bad cop bit they had the whole expansion. One of the peak of the stupid, and definitely pushing that engine to its limits, of course. And probably right there with that last instance, a little preview as to what we're gonna be getting in 8.0 with all them new animations. Hopefully they deliver. The Allied Society quest was okay. It wasn't anywhere near as good as the Endwalker one. It's hard to beat the wacky races. It's mainly because I didn't really feel much for the Dawntrail Beast Tribes. They're just kind of okay. Nothing too crazy. But yeah, that'll be it. I got so much Occult Crescent to grind. Got so many relics to get. Got other stuff to do. And still got that clown to beat. That's gonna be a minute. We'll see if I'm doing the see where we're at by the time we get around to the 7.56 stream. That last bit of MSQ. But until then, bye-bye.